Hi, I'm Ganesh Singh from Guyana. I'm representing the Caribbean Council for the Blind at this regional meeting. In Guyana, we are somewhat behind when it comes to implementation of the contents of the UN CRPD. Although Guyana signed the treaty in 2007 and ratified on the 10th of September 2014, we have not gone very far regarding a better place for persons with disability, creating that enabling environment. The positive thing to come out of all of this is that we've been able to get a local instrument, a legal framework, because in 2010, on the 2nd of November, the Guyana Disability Act was assented to by the former president, Barra Jagdeo. So we do have that legal framework at the national level, but enforcement of its contents, that's another story, because persons with disabilities still encounter discrimination and marginalization almost on a daily basis. Although we've seen slow improvement, employment is still a major challenge, with majority of the persons with disability population unemployed. Access to buildings, it's a nightmare, because most buildings, even some new ones, are inaccessible. The public infrastructure, again, it's not very accessible. So regarding education, the Ministry of Education back home, they are making some strides because they recently implemented a mechanism of having special education needs officers in all the administrative regions in Ghana, because we've broken up into 10 administrative regions, being a large country geographically. So they have SEN officers in all of those regions, and they're tasked with coordinating special education for children with disabilities, although I would think about 1,000 children with disabilities are in the school system. That's according to the Special Education Aid Unit. So we've not gone very far. There are still children that live in rural parts of Canada that have access to no education. Sometimes they go to school, but it's not a meaningful engagement. Independent living, it's another story. White canes, it's something that persons who are blind, they depend on charity to get. And there's no government system to get those to them. Wheelchairs are the same. So an independent life from persons with disabilities in Guyana, it's a difficult something. And the majority of the disability population, they live in poverty, because for many of them, their sole source of income is 8,000 Guyana dollars, which is approximately 39 US dollars. So that's what, 39 US dollars a month. That is what they get from government as a public assistance. And that's for many their only source of income. And other than that, it's charity. So, persons with disabilities are still seen as objects of charity in Guyana. But, we're hoping that that can change once their rights are fulfilled and promoted as stated in the UNCRPD and the Guyana Disability Act, because the Guyana Disability Act was basically framed using guidance, or with guidance from the UNCRPD. So, everything is somewhat in sync. But we're hoping that policymakers can put more resources and see disability as more of a front burner issue, and one that, once implemented disability rights, those individuals can become productive, independent citizens. Okay, that's all we want as persons with disabilities: to be productive, to be able to have equal opportunities, and to live a normal life. But so far, it's not really been possible in Guyana, although there are few success stories, but for the majority, it's not so. There are a few that have been successful, but we don't want it just to be a couple. We want it to be the whole population of persons with disabilities.